Live stream. Yeah, they can hear us too, just to let you know.
Accessing WRMW file. Sir, I'm picking up something on the satellite. Downloading archive. Sir, I'm having a little interference. I'm checking it out right now.
Alex Figueroa? Pablo.
Rough Breath, Silvio. Here we go. Welcome to Wide Range Media Webcast.
Welcome everyone to a new episode of Wide Range Media. I'm your host Alex Figueroa, and my co-hosts are...
I'm Pablo.
And this is Ralph Perez. Pablo had to think about that for a minute. But
oh yeah.
And this is Silvio.
Yes, so we're live. Guys, we're live now. All right?
we are live.
Yeah, so we're trying new stuff. And it's our first time where we have all this gadgets. You can see our moving ticker in the bottom. And also for the first time available, we're going to do YouTube. Not YouTube, I'm sorry, Twitter. So again, if you hashtag WRMW live, it's going to come out live on the stream.
Yeah.
So if you're watching and you want to have your tweet appear and join
So
the
it's live on
conversation.
Twitter?
Boop. Huh?
It's live on Twitter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So of course you can hashtag
Nice.
hashtag WRMW live, and it will show up on the live stream in front of everybody. So that's a cool thing. We added new. Let's go around. You guys want to say anything else before we start our show? No,
I'm good.
No, I'm good. I'm ready to do this, man. Let's have
Let's
a
roll.
Let's roll.
All right, so here we go. Discussions at the movies.
This week on Discussions at the Movies.
So this week at Discussions at the Movies, we're gonna start off with Silvio, which he's gonna do the Kraven, right? The Kraven.
Yeah.
So,
The Kraken.
The Kraken. Release the Kraken.
All right, let me correct all of that.
Yes, correct it.
The announcement was that Sony Pictures is going to add another Spider-Man story. That Venom was released right now to mixed reviews, and we heard all about that. Box office draws were strong, so actually, when it comes to the movie making business, and I think Pablo brought it up last week, that's what they're there for. They want to make great art, and we all love it and all that, but the studios are there to make money. So they're making money here, and so now they're going to grab another property. And this time, I heard that not only are they going to bring this out, they are going to bring Spider-Man into it. The story that they're going to bring out is surrounding one of Spider-Man's early villains called Kraven the Hunter. But what they're going to use as the storyline is a story that came out later in the Spider-Man world. Kraven the Hunter showed up mid-'70s, but the story that they're going to use is a story that they used in '87, I believe, which is Kraven's Last Hunt. And this story is a story I really, really enjoy because if we go to Marvel stories, graphic novels, great arcs that are put together into these large tome stories that we see at the comic book stores, that really is not something that goes way back into comic history. That started in around the late '80s. The Dark Knight Returns, Frank Miller's story. And on the Marvel side, one of the great early story arcs that went across 3 different titles of Spider-Man, which was The Amazing Spider-Man, The Web of Spider-Man, and Peter Parker's Spectacular Spider-Man, was a story arc called Kraven's Last Hunt. And without giving anything away, Kraven the Hunter is a villain who does not have superpowers, really relies on his powers and prowess of hunting, his strength. It's revealed in the story, and this is really not a spoiler, that comes from Russian, nobility. Think the Romanovs and that whole timeline of the Tsars. But he was always bested by Spider-Man. And this story arc is really something a little bit different. And it was dark. It was very noir. It actually happened around the time that Spider-Man introduced his new black suit. And it was also right after he married Mary Jane. So this was basically right after his honeymoon. This occurs to him with Kraven. It was a deep story. It was a dark story. It's one of my favorite stories, and I'm really looking forward to it, and I'm hoping they do a good job with it.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird because I don't know nothing about this character.
Me neither.
Yeah, so
I don't know.
When they did release this, I was like, who? When you
Yeah,
said
I
it,
was like Kraven.
yeah, I was like, okay. Pablo, you ever heard of this character?
Yeah, I remember reading the comics. And so he was right. It's one of the best, I think, best Spider-Man stories. It's really good. This is when my brother and I were really into comics, like this era. Yeah. And, the Web of Spider-Man, when Todd McFarlane was doing it, the black suit, and now that with Venom's success, I'm talking about the movie now, which I didn't see that coming. I thought this movie was going to flop.
Tank big time. Yep.
And it didn't. It's making money. So Sony got a hit on their hands, and of course, what are Hollywood studios going to do? They're going to milk it. So they're going to get Kraven out there. They're probably going to get Sinister Six out there now, which is something that they wanted to do for a long time. But if they do Kraven and they do this storyline, and Tom Holland's Spider-Man is in it, I'm all in.
Yeah, agreed.
All right. Is there anything?
I guess.
Ralph?
Yeah, I guess the only thing that concerns me a little bit about it is, and it's just my personal thing. There are 2 very prominent graphic novels that I love. One is from the DC world. One is from Marvel. The Marvel one we just talked about, Kraven's Last Hunt. It's great. The other one was The Killing Joke from DC. And when they announced that was coming out and everything that led up to it was so good because DC animation was so great, I was like, oh, I am so all in. I am so invested in it. And then, bang, The Killing Joke came out, and it was horrendous. It was terrible. It was such a letdown. It crushed me, really. I am really hoping that does not happen with Craven.
Yeah, that Killing Joke was a piece of crap. I do remember that. Ralph, anything on the Craven?
Just like you, Alex, I didn't know. I'm not familiar with this character. I didn't really read the comic. I didn't really read comics growing up. There was very select few that I did, and that wasn't one of them. But I'm looking forward to seeing how the story gels out in a film format. I would love to see that. Check it out. I'm better at watching the movie as opposed to a book or a comic book. So, that's just how I roll.
All right. Next on the list, Annabelle 3 just added Conjuring star Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson back to reprise as Ed and Lorraine Warren.
Yeah.
I mean, we kind of knew this was going to happen once they do spin-offs. Because they had all of them. Almost all of them.
Right.
I believe.
Well,
go ahead, Ralph.
Is that going to come out before a Conjuring 3 comes out, Ralph?
Yes.
What?
Annabelle 3.
I got confused between the two. Oh my God, my brain just fried.
Release is going to be Annabelle 3.
Annabelle 3, Conjuring 3. Okay,
Right.
Who's directing Annabelle 3?
Oh, good question.
Because here's what happened. What made my brain fry just now was the news we revealed a couple episodes ago about James Wan not directing The Conjuring 3, which is concerning us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Especially, because he was the one who really made the first two Conjuring films amazing. Okay, he nailed it, and those films are terrifying. Alex still can't go to sleep at night with that.
That
but
freaked me out.
yeah. So now, and then when The Nun came out, everybody was like, ugh, right? Because James Wan didn't direct that. So now you're getting Conjuring 3, and James Wan's not directing that either. So now this is a concern I have, that this is going to start going the way of other films like franchises like Paranormal Activity or Friday the 13th or something like that, where it becomes, or Saw, where it becomes like, here we go again.
Joke.
Here, right. So that's what I'm concerned about with the Conjuring films now. Now, for these guys to come back to reprise the roles of Ed and Lorraine Warren in regards to Annabelle 3 definitely has, poked my curiosity, because I want to know how that relates. Is this how they first encountered the Annabelle doll? Because if you remember from the very first film, in the beginning, the first story you hear of these two girls, college, I think, or roommates, nurses that tell Ed and Lorraine about the doll. So is that the story we're going to see play out? I don't know. So we're going to have to wait and see on that one.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool that they're bringing them back, but it's like they're using them to catapult the movies. That's what it.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like they're doing.
Yeah. I feel so used.
Yeah, it's like, oh, we're going to use them to bring in the star power. But I mean, other than that, Pablo, what do you think?
I really don't have anything to comment on this. Really, I don't. I just I don't know what timeline they're gonna be in.
Right.
Is this going to be, going with Conjuring 3, like the both same timeline, which means that they're going to be jumping from movie to movie, and if that's the case, then why is it called Annabelle 3? Like, I don't know. It reminds me of, we talk about comics, like when there's a crossover, or you have like multiple Spider-Man series.
Right.
Whereas, for example, let's take Amazing Spider-Man and Peter Parker's Spectacular Spider-Man, right? There's like two different storylines, but it's supposed to be the same timeline. And sometimes that always got, like, you don't know what's going on. Like, Spider-Man's fighting two different villains at the same time. Like, are they going to do the same thing? So, I don't know. I'm just afraid that they're milking this thing in.
Yeah, and you got to be careful with that, because these are based on real people. And Lorraine Warren were real people. They're not fictional. So now you're talking about going from what is real, what really happened, what is based on real events, and what is fiction. You know, and then that gets. I mean, I don't mind the blur. I just don't want it to be that compromised that it actually compromises the integrity of the horror element of the movie.
Yeah.
No, I understand what you're saying, but I mean, they're gonna make the money, and that's where this all comes down to. Whatever. Look at The Nun. The Nun was a piece of crap, and it made tons of money.
Ka-ching.
Yeah, and even if they make Annabelle 3, Annabelle 3 is gonna make tons of money. So it could be a milking the cow, but it's the same situation as Disney putting out the same version of a cartoon into live action. It's the same bologna sandwich. So we could go into the same. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I mean, we could talk about the Aladdin trailer next time.
We did already.
No. I'm talking about taking the trailer, and I'm gonna take the cartoon and paste it together, and it's gonna be the same thing. You're not seeing nothing different. It's just a live action of the Cave of Wonders.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, you can see the same footage, nothing different.
What if they make an animated version of The Conjuring? Would you watch that?
No, I wouldn't watch it. No,
For Saturday morning cartoon.
Yeah, The Conjuring Saturday morning.
Or Friday night cartoon?
I'm just thinking. Hey, I'm just saying is they released
Special guest, Harlem Globetrotters.
We do know
The Warrens meet the Kiss.
The Warrens meet Vincent Price. Like you just keep going down the line.
the Warrens meet Scooby Doo. Over here.
I'm Rory.
No, but I mean I don't want to go off topic from that Latin thing. Yeah, I'm just saying is if that was a teaser, then it did what people wanted it to do. It got them buzzing. But my thing is they still didn't release the genie because they know people are going to start making fun of it the minute they release the genie. They have not released the genie yet.
It's scared to do that right now.
Exactly. They're really scared to show what the genie.
This is sensitive.
Well, it's out of two versions. You got Will Smith painted blue, and they're going to make fun of him. Or they got Will Smith CGI that looks like a horrible Ghostbusters CGI from the damn movie. So it's like you gotta see where it goes on the next trailer. You gotta see where they go with the horrible Will Smith.
The blue Stay Puft.
He's gonna look like Slimer. He's like, hey.
That's bad.
Oh, that's horrible. Anyway, next on the topic, Walking Dead falls to a record low in key rating demo for episode.
Ouch.
These dudes are falling off the cliff, and they don't even care if Rick is dying or coming back. They're like, we don't care no more. AMC, cancel the show. That's what the fans are saying right now.
You know, and it's sad because I watched this series from the get. It's so sad. Pablo, what are your thoughts on it? Because I know you have this love-hate relationship with The Walking Dead.
Well, in the what we have been watching segment, this is one of the things I'm going to talk about episode 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to maybe reserve my comments until we get to that segment because I really want to go in depth about episode 2. I have some thoughts on that.
You know what's funny? I have to admit, as soon as the announcement last spring was made of Andrew Lincoln leaving the show, I already knew that the show's days were numbered. Now, what I do find comfort in is that even though there's not a huge fan following of Fear the Walking Dead, based on my observation of it, it's growing. Because now they got Morgan there, this guy, doing Morgan, because he's one of the original characters from the original show. So maybe The Walking Dead will end, and Fear the Walking Dead will become the new main zombie series on AMC. Who knows? Right? Or it may not. Maybe it will go down the wayside too. I don't know.
Well, it's weird because it went from 11 million, right? The first episode. And these numbers that are coming in from this episode was 5 million. So they lost half of the first episode. So I think it's just going downward. But again, I don't watch the show no more. I stopped a long time ago.
You gave up.
Yeah, I gave up on that crap. I couldn't. I was like, no more. But Silvio, any thoughts on this dropping off the cliff numbers?
Well, kind of expected it when the announcement of Rick leaving, that it was going to piss off a lot of diehard fans. I, like Pablo and like you, Alex, I gave up on the show quite a bit ago. I've made my feelings, have been spread out here, and everybody has heard them already. So I'm not going to go into it too much, other than something that you guys said last week. I think Pablo brought it up with this time jump and them showing them finally as an established community. They've moved forward, and here's what the end of the world post end of the world moment looks like, and now this is how we rebuild. And that's something that I've always wanted to see. And I didn't watch last week's episode. I heard you guys talk about it, though, and I was like, midway while you guys were talking about it, I said, this is what I want to see. And then Pablo said, and then The Walking Dead went back to the same old towards the end, and actually ended up destroying something that they were trying to build up well. And I'm like, okay, I'm not going to waste my time then. So I can't say I want to jump back into it, and that's the hard thing. When you lose fans, it's hard to get them back unless you do something right. And if in the first episode they don't do it right, for the whole 60 minutes of the episode, you're not going to get them back. And that's where I stand. Sorry,
they didn't lose this fan.
No, I know. Yeah.
Because
that's fine. The way some fans die harder than others.
I'm dying. I'm going down with the ship, man. I made it clear from the get. I'm gonna go when this thing goes down. I'm going down. I'm getting down. I
got the hell out of here.
Down.
We're gonna be reading an article one day that's gonna say Walking Dead falls to record low. Only one person watching left.
And
that would be me.
That's gonna be rough.
That's gonna be me.
I mean, I tell you right now, I know that feeling because when X-Files season 11 came out, after the first episode, I wanted to shut it off and never watch it again.
But then you kept on watching.
And I kept on watching because I was like, I'm a hardcore fan. But honestly, half of me was like, I really don't want to sit through this. It was really god-awful season.
Yeah.
But all right, so this is a cool topic. Sylvia always does his 31 days of Halloween, and he always has a theme. And this one is basically all his Frankensteins. He's going on the era of Universal, so I'm going to let him take over, and let me give him all his graphics for this segment. There you go, buddy. Now enjoy.
All right. Well, thank you. Leading up to October, I wanted to do a 31 days of where basically I watch a horror movie of a particular theme every day for 31 days of October. Now, all of us are very, very busy, and I've stumbled a little bit because we're at day 17 today, and I have not watched 17 different Frankenstein movies. But I did break things down. I have seen quite a bit of it, and looking at the whole Frankenstein franchise, and basically not just the franchise, because it's not one group owning it all the way through, but it's that Frankenstein title that's been used from the very beginning of film, because I talked about it a couple episodes ago. 1910, Thomas Edison produced a Frankenstein short movie for 13 minutes, and so from there it started. But there are different eras, and today I wanted to talk about part one of 3 different eras of the Frankenstein topic, let's call it, and it's the Universal period. Universal ran with Frankenstein, actually ran with horror monsters, and we call them the Universal horror monsters, or the Universal monsters, and we know who they are. It's Frankenstein, it's Dracula, it's Wolfman, it's the Mummy, and the Phantom of the Opera. Those are the 5 major Universal monsters. And Universal started with the Phantom of the Opera in 1925 in the silent era, and in the business of the studio itself, it started running into trouble towards the end of the 20s. To the point of, as we know, Universal Studios is the oldest living studio from that time period that still exists today. But at that point, they were starting to run into a little bit of trouble, and the founder, Carl Laemmle, I think it was, handed over the work of Universal Studios to his 21-year-old son. And his 20-year-old son, as you can imagine, any 21-year-old back then, kind of liked horror stories and monsters. And now he's got control of the studio, and he did something that other studios were doing and Universal wanted to stay away from, which was open their own theaters. And in those theaters, they brought in this Hungarian actor who had done Dracula on the stage, and brought him and did Dracula, and did a lot of money in the theaters. And seeing that, they said, let's put him in front of the camera. And so in 1931, they did Dracula and brought in a ton of money. So quickly on the heels of that, they did the very first Frankenstein, 1931's Frankenstein, with Boris Karloff as the monster, Clive something as Dr. Frankenstein, and James Whale directing, and it was a sensation. Now we can look back at it through the filter of modern day and say, oh, that's so cheesy and this and that. It's black and white. I know Pablo would be the first one to say, oh, it's black and white. I'm not going to watch it. But if you really sit down and watch this movie, it is a very good movie in that it tries to portray the sympathy for the Frankenstein monster, just the way Mary Shelley's story really presents it. But it wasn't a great movie. So immediately after that came another one, and I saw this one as well, is Bride of Frankenstein, 1935. Again, with Boris Karloff and Clive something or other as Dr. Frankenstein. Sorry, I should have researched a little better, or at least had my notes in front of me. But anyway, brought them all back, and this one was even a superior story. It was so good, so well done. And even though it's called Bride of Frankenstein, it's mostly the Frankenstein monster. We hear him starting to talk and interact, and we see the Bride of Frankenstein only for the very final moments and the finale of it, which is fantastic. I won't reveal anything. It really was the superior Frankenstein story. But again, just like the first one, the second one, there's a mob, there's pitchforks, there's torches, the monster is chased away, and like any of these movies, and this is not really spoiling it, in that, the monster is supposedly dead. So Universal made a ton of money again, had a great movie on their hands. Let's go for another one. So they go for a third one. And this time it's the son of Frankenstein with Boris Karloff again reprising the role as the monster, and somebody else playing the son of Frankenstein. And again, the diary of Henry Frankenstein, because he wasn't Victor in the movie. He was Henry Frankenstein. And again, all the electrical work, and all the Jacob's ladder and the Tesla coils, and there's sparks all over the place. And again, we have another monster. We have a sulfur pit this time, and we introduce that inspector with the wooden arm, who shows up for the first time in the third movie. So here we go, and again, another great climax. Villagers, pitchforks, torches, bang. So after that,
they had nothing else to do.
Of course not. Yeah, all they had to do is rile them up. Hey, let's go.
Hey, let's get some. Let's light up some torches and get some pitchforks.
Let's go. There's the castle. So after that, we get the Ghost of Frankenstein, and now we don't have Boris Karloff as the monster anymore. We have actually Lon Chaney Jr. as the monster, who does a pretty good job. But we got Bela Lugosi in this one. Bela Lugosi comes in, and he plays Igor with a Y, and it's a very good showing of the Frankenstein monster again, and again pitchforks and climax. It's all over again. And we move forward to another couple of Frankenstein movies. We have The House of Frankenstein, and we have Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman. And again, we have a mishmash of Karloff in there. Karloff plays Dr. Frankenstein. We have the Wolfman. Now Lon Chaney plays the Wolfman. And we have Bela Lugosi playing the monster. These two stories weren't all that good, but again, we get the pitchforks. We get the ending with the villagers and the fire and the monster.
What's
Great
a Frankenstein
stuff.
movie without those?
Exactly. So, so then after that mishmash of all these monsters worked well for Universal. So again, they bring back yet another movie we talked about extensively in a previous episode, Abbott and Costello meets Frankenstein. So now we got Glenn Strange as the monster again. Excellent stuff. Really, really great stuff there,
man.
And that really brings an end to the Universal monster era. Right there, from Frankenstein 1931 to Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein 1948.
Wait, I want to make sure I understood this. The very last Universal Frankenstein was the Abbott and Costello one?
Yes. After that, it kind of held off, and then the Hammer Frankenstein era starts, and we'll talk about that next time.
Oh, wow.
Amazing.
But one more thing I wanted to add. In 1974, Mel Brooks did Young Frankenstein, and we're very familiar with that. It's a total spoof of Frankenstein. And I always thought, until I went back and rewatched all these early Universal Frankenstein movies one after another, I remembered, Frankenstein, and I thought Young Frankenstein was spoofing everything from the first movie. He was really taking everything from the first three movies, because the inspector with the wooden arm doesn't show up until the third movie. The Hermit, which Gene Hackman did such an incredible job of playing the Hermit spoof in Young Frankenstein. That was mostly the second movie. So it was parts of all three movies that was put into Young Frankenstein. It was a spoof of those first three, and they were the first three Karloff monster, the Frankenstein monster portrayal. And I do believe that trilogy, just like the Star Wars trilogy, is perfect in its own containment there. And Bride of Frankenstein, just like Empire did to New Hope, is better than the original.
Oh,
wow. I saw the first Frankenstein. I thought it was okay. I thought it was an okay story. I'm more of the Phantom, the Mummy. I like those. Oh, look, we got a tweet coming in. Good job on the intro, guys. By Jose.
thank you.
Nice job, Alex.
Alex, really. Yeah.
No, not me. It's the guys.
Okay, I'll take credit. Yeah.
I've got a technical difficulty. My battery's running low. I got to go get my battery, and I'll be right back.
Oh, yeah, I get a battery.
All right.
This is what I'm talking about. Unexpected technical difficulties.
Unexpected technical difficulties. This is great. And now he's all alone there. If somebody else shows up in that spot while he's gone, I'm gonna get scared. Okay.
But anyway, well, since he's gone, we're gonna talk about
We can talk about him.
Yeah, we could talk about Silvio. How about
Yeah.
that?
Yo, Silvio.
No,
Silvio, man.
No, but seriously, if you want to chime into the show, just hashtag WRMWLive, and your tweet will show up just like Jose's did.
Yes.
But keep it clean and respectful, people.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. No trolling, no negativity. But other than that, that's what we're here. We're the negativity and we're the trollers.
Leave that to the experts.
Leave that to the professionals.
Look, he's back.
I should have had like the Beetlejuice. Remember when he talks about that? He's like, leave that to the professionals. And then we did a little, it's showtime.
When he puts on the earbuds, say, and that's our show. Thank you for listening.
Yeah. Ready. Go ahead, Alex.
All
right. So we're gonna end the show here. Oh man, no, but like I was saying, again, if you want to join the show, hashtag WRMW Live. If you want to talk about what we've been, any of the topics that we brought up, and you want to tweet what your thoughts about it, again, hashtag WRMW Live, and your tweet will show up on the show. So now we're gonna get into one of the topics of the segment of the shows that we all like, is what we've been watching, because we're gonna talk about all irrelevant. Huh? Oh,
Halloween.
I'm sorry. Yes, the preview to Halloween, Ralph. I know. I'm sorry. You don't have to go crazy.
Yeah, man.
All right. We're gonna do it. We're gonna talk a little bit about our preview of Halloween that drops this Friday, October 19th. So
That's right.
expectations and stuff. So, guys, let's go around the table. We'll start off with the oldest, Silvio. What do you think?
That's wrong.
Oh, I love it. He's the
Age
cyclopedia.
before beauty. All right, yeah, the cyclopedia right here.
Cyclopedia.
Well, I'm really looking forward to this. I'm really pumped. Yeah, we talked about it before. Halloween was something that was very special to me. I saw it in Argentina early in high school, and I saw it, on the big screen multiple times. So, and Pablo, back me up here. I don't think I've seen a Halloween movie. I think you and I saw the last one was H2O.
No,
On the big screen?
we saw Resurrection.
Yeah, on the big screen. Yeah, and we hated it. So I'm really looking forward to a Halloween movie I can enjoy on the big screen, and that's why I've got my tickets for Sunday. I actually convinced my wife to sit down and watch this one with me. So yeah, she doesn't, but I don't know. I bribed her or something, but somehow I got her to go.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, we're gonna go see it on Sunday afternoon.
All right, Ralph.
We already got our tickets. We're gonna go see it Saturday. I thought it was Sunday. It's actually Saturday afternoon in Brooklyn at the Alamo Draft House.
Nice.
In Brooklyn, because it's really nice and very thematic, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. And this movie. It was one of the first horror films that, and if my horror and coffee buddy Victor's listening, he was one that really introduced me into the enigma of who Michael Myers is, the Shape, from the original John Carpenter classic from 1978. It ignores every other film, including Halloween 2 that came out in 1981. All the films in between, including the Rob Zombie films, are completely ignored. This film coming out this weekend is technically the new Halloween 2. It's an exact connection to the original film. We see Jamie Lee Curtis reprising her role as Laurie Strode, and she has been because of her post-traumatic stress of what happened back in 1978, has been preparing and gunning up, so to speak, to get ready to take Michael Myers on, because she knew that this wasn't going to end until he came back home. And that is exactly what's happening with this film. It's going to have her family involved, and there are so many. What's amazing? The preview shows us there are so many nods to the other Halloween films, even though they're not connected, even though they removed them from the canon, so to speak. There are still so many nods from them. I saw nods from Halloween 2, from Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, that had nothing to do with Michael Myers. It was its own story, and yet you still see traces of that there. If you watch carefully, for those of you hardcore Halloween fans, you'll see what I mean. It's amazing. I'm looking so forward to this weekend. I'm sorry, I could rave about this all night. So I'll shut up.
So Ralph is getting tickets for Saturday, and he's amped. He gave you the whole synopsis in the script. Right after that, Pablo.
Well, we got tickets for Friday night.
Wow.
2 days. And this is my Star Wars Force Awakens. Like, I've been waiting for this for like ever, and I can't wait till Friday. So I've been avoiding everything. I've been even avoiding YouTube because I do follow a lot of critics, and a few critics they like to put out. See, they don't spoil it, but they really do spoil it. And you know how I feel about spoilers. Yeah. Sorry, Ralph. I know I'm very. There was I'll give you a perfect example. Venom, right, came out a couple of weeks ago, and I'm not going to spoil it, but there's a very popular YouTuber who does reviews. And she put out a non-spoiler review of Venom with a thumbnail of, a caption of one of the images that was shown in the trailer, which is fine. And then they did a spoiler review of it. Fine. I'm not going to click it. If I click it and I get spoiled, then that's on me. I'm being, an idiot for doing that. But here's the thing. And then they put out a post-credit video, right, of Venom. And in the post-credit, or in the title of the YouTube, like the YouTube title, gives away the post-credit. So I didn't see Venom it spoiled it. And I saw that, and now I wasn't looking forward to seeing Venom, and I really, but what if there's some sort of quote unquote post credit in Halloween? Because the reviews already started coming out, and there's videos everywhere on Halloween, reviews on the Halloween movie. What if it's like post credit? What if there's something like a surprise, like something that for the fans, and they'll say, "Oh, what do you thought of the surprise?"
Right.
So that's a spoiler.
Yeah, exactly.
To me, that's a spoiler.
No, I get that. That absolutely, I get.
Yeah, so I've been avoiding everything. I even put on my Twitter, I put, how you can block certain hashtag and keywords? Yeah. So I put Halloween, blocked it. So for the next few days until Friday, anything someone posts on this on Twitter, it's blocked. So yeah, that's how hardcore I am with this.
But yeah, I got Friday. I'm seeing it at 9 in the morning.
You'll be the first one to see it.
Well, I live 5 minutes from the theater.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so I could just. Yeah, it's pretty much. I mean, I live. The AMC is like right there, so I was like, woohoo! All my movies, I get to go right into the theater. It's empty theater. I get to see it. Like, hey, that's the guy from Wide Range Media. No, I'm just joking.
One day.
They'll be like, hey,
One day.
But yeah, I'm getting it that morning. It's funny. Out of all the movies, I mean, Star Wars, The Last Jedi was the one that I got pre-ordered, when the tickets go on advance sales or whatever the hell it's called.
Yeah.
Halloween, I did it. My wife was like, "Oh, we gotta get the tickets." So because I just walk up to the theater and just be like, "Give me my tickets." But she wanted just to make sure we had the tickets, so I brought them early. So I got them for Friday morning. I'm looking forward to it. To be honest with you, this is the first time I've seen a lot of horror movies this month. This is the most I've seen horror movies. I'm not a horror movie person. I mean, you guys know that. I've seen a lot of horror movies this month. I gotta give it a rest. It's too much horror.
It's overbearing for you, isn't it, Alex? It's overbearing.
It is. I gotta cleanse myself with Commando
you have to take a shower.
and Predator and all the action movies.
Some Mel Gibson.
Lethal Weapons, ugh.
You have the mullet. More about action in film.
With the flannel, no, no, but
I'm too old for this.
I'm too old for this crap. But no, seriously, I'm looking forward to the movie. In terms of Venom, I heard that Venom was spoiled even in the trailers. That almost all the scenes in the movie, what the whole movie's about, was in all the trailers. If you watched all 3 of the trailers, they revealed almost everything big. Now, in terms of post-credit scenes, I don't know. In terms of that, it's weird because I'm going to go into what we've been watching. It could be a topic if we care about post-credits or we don't care about post-credits. I fall into I don't give a crap because I walk out of the movie theater anyway. And I leave. I did it for Ant-Man.
What?
Yeah, the Ant-Man and Wasp. I shut off the DVD the Blu-ray before the post-credit scene, and then I rewatched it when everyone was like, "Oh my god, it ties to the Avengers," and I was like, "It's like a 2-second thing," and people have a heart attack with it. That's the thing that kills me. It's like a 2-second post-credit, and people cry, "Oh my god, this is the best thing ever!" Oh my god!
People are into Alex.
People cry.
Knock them for that.
I'm not gonna knock them. Like I said,
Walking Dead fan. Walking Dead fan. Right?
Yeah. I just laugh at it. I just think it's funny. All right. So you ready to go into what we've been watching? Now this is a new intro. This is not before seen video intro of what we've been watching. So you guys are gonna get the first sneak peek. It's not even a sneak peek because now it's live. Enjoy.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
I shot it 6 times.
What have we been watching?
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
That's it, man. Game over, man. Game over. The power of Christ compels you.
I'd like to have a calm discussion on this topic. You think we can manage that?
So that's what you've been watching intro. I'm telling you, it's a cool intro. When I put it together, I was like, wow, this is a pretty cool. it turned out pretty cool because I was a little afraid with all those clips and stuff. I was scared, but came out pretty good. But all right, so let's get into it. It's up to who wants to go first. I know Pablo only has one thing to talk about, right? Pab?
Yes.
So I guess you and Ralph are gonna be talking about this. So
I'll comment, but I'm not gonna.
all right, so let's get right into it. Pablo's gonna talk about Walking Dead season 9, episode 2.
All right, so I'm gonna just talk about this last week's episode. If you want to hear what I thought about the premiere, you can listen to episode 81. So here's the thing, and this is, if you guys know what I think about Walking Dead, I'm not going to go into it, but this is what I'm going to say, that this episode was one of the best Walking Dead episodes I've seen in a very long time. And this is what I want The Walking Dead to be. And it looks like season 9 could be that. Now,
Really?
my brother earlier talked about how he wanted to see a civilization. He wanted to see how people react and adapt to a possible zombie apocalypse. Episode 2 gave you that, and it was very good. The writing is much better. You could tell that they got rid of a lot of the old writers and they brought in a new team, so the writing is much better. The interaction between the characters was much better in this one. I felt that the problem of the week, if you want to call it that, because that's what we're getting at, which I really like. I like the problems of the week. What problems they are facing trying to build this civilization, these communities, which they're trying to, try to learn or relearn how to create a community. And how they could interact exactly, and this was done very well. They talked about, if they need to create common laws or just enforce existing laws, pre-zombie apocalypse, and that's really not the word entertaining, but interesting. I'm sure there's a better word there, but fascinating. To me, that's fascinating. I really like that. That's drama, how they deal with that. And let me tell you, I really enjoyed episode 2, and that I'm looking forward to the next episode. I like how it ended, this episode. It was like a little cliffhanger-ish.
Yeah.
And I enjoy that. So so definitely looking forward to it. I just think that this season 9 is a few seasons too late. If this would have happened much earlier, it could have definitely saved The Walking Dead, and it could even made the whole Walking Dead series better. But if I know some of you kind of gave up on it. If you can get through episode 1 and just look at the good things, I think you really will enjoy episode 2.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to shock Ralph.
Yeah, you did.
Well, you shocked
actually
him well,
did.
but you still didn't answer the question of the low numbers are just dropping every episode.
Well, I can probably go to that a little bit. One of the things that I saw a lot of people jumping on, and it was a lot of people, unlike me and Pablo, Ralph too, even though he stayed on with it because he became a super fan. But I think Ralph was looking at a lot of the same things we as true horror fans from long ago and post-apocalyptic people wanted to see, is exactly that, how things grow. I got tired with the incredible zombie kill of the week. When it got to the point when, Daryl is whipping a chain around and knocking off 3 heads at the same time, when the governor grabs, a 5-iron and hit with a golf ball, boom, hits a guy right in the head and he keels over. Those were stupid kills, and they kept emphasizing that like that was what we wanted to see. No, that's not what we wanted to see. And those people dropped off. Maybe there's a lot more horror fans there that if somehow the word could get out that, hey, episode 1 and especially episode 2 is starting to build on something that a lot of us really wanted to see. What is a post-apocalyptic world like when it starts to rebuild itself with the challenges every week of either, a zombie gets into the, into the drinking well, or, whatever it may be. And build that up and create from there. Maybe you could get the numbers coming back up a little bit. But yeah, the spike went away. Hey, that's fine. A lot of those people were in there for the flash anyway. They were in there for the sizzle and not for really the meat of it all.
Good point.
So you're telling everyone, you stupid, man. You stupid.
No, that's right.
That's
right. They're not intellectual enough to understand The Walking Dead at its finest points.
The human side of The Walking Dead, not the dead side. No, but
there you go.
Well, it's pretty much, yeah, that's and the thing that new shows is adapting to now. And I don't know if that's a word to say, like adapting, but I think it's where we're going is the flash forwards, the 3 to 5 year time jumps. Because Gotham's final episode is I think it's a 10 to 15 year time jump where he becomes Batman and all the villains become the Penguin is fat, the Riddler is Riddler. And I think that's where we're going with, because now I didn't get to see the first episode of the new season of Arrow, but I did read that the producers say that going on with Arrow, everything is going to be flash forward sequences. So you're gonna see him with the Justice League. You're gonna see him with, doing whatever. Him with the famous goatee, Green Arrow version of him. So I don't know if that's the new easier way to tell a story or to keep people together.
Can I just give what I think that is? I think that's the movie version of a reboot. That's so let's say that the series is doing really well, they're telling a compelling story, and it ends a season, and then they go to the next season. They'll pick up on it. But if the series is already starting to go down, or they're kind of running out of ideas, hey, let's reboot this. What's the best way to reboot it? Let's do a
jump forward.
Yeah, a jump forward.
No,
and I think that's what that is.
I agree with you, but to one point is the fact that these shows are around the Flash, because if the Flash changes something big on that timeline, every TV show that's connected to the Flash gets hit with something different. And it happened with Arrow when that's a spoiler alert. But it happens with Arrow, and it happens with all the shows when the Flash does something stupid. It basically hit the timeline on all the shows. So I don't know. Again, this is something we could talk about later down the road if we see the trend continue going with different shows, with time jumps and everything. Ralph, what do you think of season 9, episode 2? Because you were chopping at the bits like a zombie. So,
I liked it. I felt the same kind of sense that Pablo got from it. That it was getting back to its roots. That it was getting back to the point of it. I think the last 2 seasons, especially, kind of lost their way with that. Like, it became something else, and it lost its focus on what the original premise of the show was about. And I was starting to kind of like go back to that, which is great. I thought it was good. Does it help with the whole thing about Andrew Lincoln leaving the show, about Lauren Cohen leaving the show? Which, by the way, if you watched episode 2, there were some hints as to how that may play out. Just watch the episode and you'll see it. I'm talking about Lauren Cohen's departure as Maggie Reed. Let's see what happens. I mean, how will Rick's, Andrew Lincoln's departure from the show, obviously it will affect it dramatically. Whether or not it'll, be the final death blow to the series, we're going to have to wait and see.
He's coming back. If they don't kill him, he's coming back. If the ratings that keep dropping the way it is and he leaves, he's going to come back within 3 to 4 episodes. They're going to give him a big salary increase, and he's going to fly all the way and all that stuff that he said in New York in San Diego Comic-Con, saying, I love you. I love you. I love the casting crew. I love you. It's like, shut up, dude.
Wait a minute, isn't he British? What kind of accent was that?
That was my horrible British accent. Yeah, he was like,
Is that
I
what you
love
were trying to do right now?
I don't know what I was trying to do. I was trying to sound like an idiot. I was trolling. It's showtime. No. No, but all right. So now let's get into the next thing. Silvio, what is your topic, my friend?
I watched a couple of shows this week. With my wife, we sat down and we binge watched The Handmaid's Tale, season 1 on Hulu. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. The interesting thing about this is Denise and I, we both sat down to watch it a while ago when it first came out. We saw the very first episode, and I don't know if we were not in the right frame of mind or whatever it was. We just didn't watch it again. And then, of course, it won all the awards, all the accolades, everything about it. And I said, you know what? That was a pretty good show. And we kind of gave up on it, right? And then he said, well, let's rewatch. And we did that last week, and we went through all 10 episodes. Bang, bang, bang. And it's not like we could watch them all in one night, but over a course of 3 nights or 4 nights, we've watched them all. And, you know, for busy people, that's kind of hard sometimes to watch that many episodes in 4 nights. But we did, and we really got into that. And I don't want to get political here, and if it really, you know, people are equating it to the current political status, that it could get to something like this, blah, 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 blah. Okay, whatever. It's a dystopian story told very, very well about, you know, a horrible environment situation that could occur out of this type of environment. And you could see that kind of happening. And you could see how all of that could be very probable and possible. And that's what made the story strong. I really, really enjoyed it. It was very, very well done. Some people have told me that that season 2 is a little harder to get into and through. I don't know. We'll find that out soon. All we saw was season 1.
I saw season 2.
Oh, okay, excellent. You know, I heard from 2 I liked it. So actually, we're looking forward to getting into that here real soon. But yeah, The Handmaid's Tale, highly recommended. The other movie we saw, we went to the Dollar Theater, which is basically a movie revival. And we saw Operation Finale, which we did not see during its original theater run. It'll be out on DVD and Blu-ray in January from some of the research I looked into. One of the reasons I wanted to see this movie is I'm very interested in World War II history. I'm a fanatic about any movie that's done well in a historical context, and I kind of read about this, and they said it did. And another reason that this was very interesting to me is that this all occurred in Argentina. And as some of our followers know, Pablo and I, we were born in Argentina. And we lived there.
In Argentina.
Oh, no, that's right. You were born here. I was born in Argentina. I'm sorry. That's right. You were born here.
Dang it, Silvio.
I screwed that up.
You messed it up.
Yeah, my 2 brothers were born here. I was the only one of the 3 that was born in Argentina. But anyway, but Pablo did live in Argentina quite a long time, and I actually went to school there and danced the street fight dance for all our cousins down there.
You're getting my history.
God, we got to talk about that again.
You were in school there.
Yeah, for 2 years.
Well, 2 years when you were only 6 years old, that's a third of your life. You know, that.
A third of my life.
At the time.
At the time, we're 6 years old.
Now it's just a blip. A blip, like a little.
Yes.
Teeny tiny blip.
Anyway,
0.01%.
whatever. You spent some time in Argentina.
Sometime. Okay.
Anyway, again, this story was closer to me because I spent more time in Argentina.
Okay.
And this is the story of the Nazi Adolf Eichmann, who escaped the trials of Nuremberg. He escaped capture in Nazi Germany after they were defeated, and he escaped but he was discovered there. And after he was discovered, this is no spoiler, famously, he was taken down and returned to Israel to face trial. And this movie shows all the drama into how they found out about him, captured him, and more importantly, how it all came about that they were able to get him out of Argentina and back to Israel. It was very well done. The actor who plays Poe Dameron, Oscar Isaac.
Oscar Isaac.
Oscar Isaac. He has a major role in this. And the person that plays Adolf Eichmann is Sir Ben Kingsley, who previously won an Academy Award for playing Gandhi, but has also played a Jew in Schindler's List, and also played a Nazi hunter, Simon Wiesenthal, in another movie. I forget the name of the movie, but he was basically a Nazi hunter who was also a survivor of one of the death camps. We're wide range media. Here's an actor who definitely has a wide range where he can play a Nazi survivor, a Jewish survivor of Nazi concentration camp, and actually play the fourth top-ranking Nazi ever. That's definitely a wide range there, and he did both parts very, very well.
Well, he also played a terrorist in Iron Man. He was the Mandarin.
Yes, he was the Mandarin. Can we forget that he ever did that?
Well, we're talking about wide range. I mean, you got to throw in terrorists also. I mean, he was he was the Mandarin, Mr. President. So what did you think of the movie? Was it good?
Oh, very, very good. I really enjoyed it. It's a slow burn, but that does not detract from the movie at all.
Oh, okay. So next on the list. So I started to rewatch because we're up to season, I think, 6 or 7 of Arrow, and all the shows are going up and up. So I started to rewatch all the series again because I kind of lost track on where this universe is going after the Flash did his stupid thing. So I was like, let me just revisit and rewatch them all in order, from timeline order. So I started to watch it in timeline order. So I started with Arrow 1 through 3. I just finished the 3rd season, and I'm not gonna go into like I'm just gonna say how good the seasons were, and that's it. Season 1 is always gonna be the best one. It's a very Dark Knight. If you like the Dark Knight, that's season 1 of Arrow. He kills people, live with it, because that's what the Green Arrow does. Nothing to sugarcoat superheroes. He kills people, that's it. And season 1 gives it to you. I think that's why, to me, it's the best one. He has no team around him. It's just him doing his thing. Season 2 was good. The villain was actually really good. I just think once they started to introduce him with a team, you know how CW always got to do it. To me, that's when the show starts to take the turn. And I'm like, oh, I mean, it's good action. You still have the Dark Knight action, the Green Arrowness doing everything. But it tends to start doing the whole love scene, and then everyone starts to find out your secret identity, and it's like, oh my God, here we go. We're going down the bowl. And then season 3 is when they added more cast members onto the show, and then they know who he is. And then it starts to, it's like a bowling effect, because it's like kind of the same thing going down the line. But they added Ra's al Ghul. You get to see the League of Assassins. They don't mention Bruce Wayne yet until season 5 or season 4 or 5. They name drop Bruce Wayne and Superman and all these Justice League characters. But season 3 is good. In a whole nutshell, I think season 1 is gonna be the best ones. I gotta finish the other ones, but Mark Hamill was in this. I'll talk about it in the Flash season 1. Mark Hamill was there, but they have great actors, and that's one thing CW does well, is they're casting these young guys to play the superheroes, the villains, the supporting actors and actresses. They are very well, and I still to this day boggle my mind how Warner Brothers doesn't even introduce these guys into the film just to even help out those properties, because they know these characters inside out. I mean, they're playing them for year in and year out. So that's my thing. Stephen Amell is an excellent Green Arrow. It's going to be very weird when they do the movie and they recast Green Arrow. They should just keep this guy and let him do the movie, but we know that's not going to happen because it's Warner Brothers. Next on the list is The Flash. Let me just tell you, Flash season 1. I just finished Flash. I just finished Flash season 1 because it's
That would be cool, actually.
Slash the TV show.
Flash season 1.
Like solo, he's like,
Special guest Rose.
he's just like
The top hat.
Yeah, with the top hat, it starts to glow orange when he's just soloing, like in what is it, Rockstar when you hit that special. No, but so the Flash slots between season 2 and 3 of Arrow, because season 3 episode 8 introduces the first part of Barry Allen into Arrow when they introduce Barry Allen without his superpowers. And then Flash episode 8 is when he asks Stephen Amell, which is AKA Arrow, to help him out on how to become a superhero, and he teaches him some stuff, which I thought it was amazing. But anyway, season 1 to me right now is the best CW show, superhero wise. The Flash is the best. I could watch this thing over and over from episode 1 to 23 nonstop. I watched 9 episodes straight. I mean, of course, I went to the bathroom and ate and watched the kids, but I watched this straight. The storylines are cool. I love the way he is the Barry Allen, the quirkiness, the supporting cast around him, Star Labs. I love the whole meta-humans. I think it's cool. Mark Hamill was an awesome trickster. It's just sad because he sounds like the Joker at times, but I'm like, ugh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's just, it takes away from the character. But other than that, like, it is really, really good. And then the chemistry between Steve Amell and Grant Gustin, which plays the Flash, is amazing. Like, those two dudes could just do a movie of Green Arrow and Flash, like a mini show, like just them two. But right now, like I said, the Flash season 1 to me, hands down, is the #1 CW show. Then comes Arrow season 1, hands down. If you want that darker storytelling, killing, and all that stuff, and you want to see darker tones, Arrow, hands down. I mean, there's nothing gonna beat that. I'm gonna get into it more because I'm going into Flash season 2 next, season 4 Arrow, and then I know the Legends of Tomorrows are gonna get added into the mix, and then Supergirl, which I'm gonna revisit all those also for the timeline. And then I'm gonna watch the Crisis of an Invasion, which that's when the Flash does all his stupid stuff. But as of right now, 3 episodes of Arrow and the Flash, it's been really great. Sitting down and rewatching all of these back to back. One thing I had to say is it's weird how sitting down binge watching these shows is more entertaining to me than sitting down watching a 2-hour movie. It's just, I know it's crazy. I know it's more story development and all that. They have more time. But to me, I could sit here and watch a whole season of Flash where I can't go back and watch a 2-hour DC movie. Or like I can't sit down and watch a Wonder Woman or Batman v Superman. But I could watch a whole 10 hour or 23 hours of Flash. Like, it's just, I don't know. To me, I don't know. It's just a great storytelling for that front.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
I heard something about Flashpoint. Is that something that's going to happen in that universe, or is that going to happen in the DC movie universe?
Well, the movie got delayed to 2021, which is crazy. The movie version. Flashpoint in the TV show already happened. They already did it on, I don't know if it's season 4 or season 5, but he goes back. I mean, it's nothing crazy because everyone knows. He goes back and he saves his mother, and he whips the whole timeline of Arrow, the Legends of Tomorrow, all that gets destroyed. Yeah, so he does do I kind of say a small
Flashpoint.
A small Flashpoint. Nothing big because they didn't ever introduce Batman and Superman yet.
Just a small flash fire type.
Yeah, like a little flash flood. A little flash flood. A flash flood advisory when you watch the Flash. A little flash
But did they do it well?
Huh?
Did they do it well?
Yes. For the Flash. And then when it gets to the Arrow one kind of needed it. So it worked very well for the Arrow. If you watch it within the timeline, it does work well within those two shows. Didn't work well with Legends of Tomorrow. I still think that's the weakest one. They should cancel, but CW is getting high ratings from all the CW shows. So now they adding Batwoman.
Yeah.
So all right, Ralph, what we got here? Ralph? What's
what I got is the first thing I decided to watch an oldie but goodie from the Godzilla genre. Look at Godzilla right here. That's right. We're talking about Godzilla versus the Smog monster from 1971. Oh my goodness! Let me tell you. There's quite a few of these films and Godzilla movies, more than 30, have been made since the first film came out in 1952, 54, something like that. This is one of my most favorite ones. First of all, the time was set in 1971, and it was all about saving the Earth, and that was then the whole thing. I mean, it's kind of like now with the global warming thing now that's happening, but those were back then.
Post-hippie.
Yeah, so it's post-hippie, so, and you see a little bit of those elements in the film, and they're like playing like weird music, wow, that intro. Yeah, that intro. Save the Earth, save the Earth, save the Earth. And it sticks in my head. That's the problem. When I first saw this movie, it stuck in my head, that theme. It's not quite the cool thing to have stuck in your head when you were a kid. But there it was. And I loved the movie. The monster, Hedorah, a creature born of sludge and a result of man's waste. Yeah.
So
he was made of
shit.
Pretty much, yeah. Pollution. He would like feed off of sulfur. He would spew sulfuric acid and kill everybody in its sight. It mutated from a tadpole to something bigger until it became so much larger that Godzilla had to look up at it to fight it. And when Godzilla showed up, I was like, yes. I love Godzilla. But Hedorah was scary looking. He was one of those monsters that actually frightened me as a kid. None of the other monsters did that to me in the Godzilla universe. Only that one. So that says a lot. So that was fun to watch again after all these years. Another thing I saw was American Horror Story, which I did mention already before. I'm still watching the series. This is American Horror Story Apocalypse, where they're zeroing in on the whole end of the world, Antichrist, nuclear war theme of they're kind of mixing it up there. But what I like about this particular season is that they're bringing in elements of all the other seasons from the very beginning up until now. Now, so far, I've seen traits of 1, 2, 3 other seasons in this season, which is pretty cool. So I'm waiting to see if there's more stuff that's going to come out. It's as if they're like summing everything up, which I kind of like. Cool. But I'm not going to get really into American Horror Story since I put it up.
Question, Ralph. Is Lady Gaga in this one?
No, not that I've seen.
No, but isn't she in one of them?
Yeah, she's in American Horror Story Hotel.
Okay. All right.
But that's that's one of the seasons that are alluded to in this season. So it's pretty cool. But you don't see Lady Gaga, at least not yet. What's amazing is I think Jessica Lange was like the main face of Horror Story. But the scenes I saw for this episode of this week, which I think is actually playing right now, suggest that maybe we'll see her again. Maybe she came back to reprise her role.
Maybe after A Star Is Born.
Well, wonderful.
Which one? Because she was.
I'm not talking about Lady Gaga. I'm talking about Jessica Lange.
Yeah, but in the first season. In the first season, she was one thing. Then she was a nun in the second one, and she was something else in the Coven, and then she stopped. So, which one did they bring back? That's cool, though.
Yeah, it is interesting. Well, it suggests the one from the first season, based on
Murder House.
Murder House, right?
Yeah, that was.
So that looks pretty good. Now, the thing I really want to like I mentioned, are two shows that I started watching this week. One is on Netflix called The Haunting of Hill House.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
How far in are you?
Huh? I'm
How
on.
far in?
I'm 3 episodes in.
I'm only 2.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, very good.
Right?
Yes.
It's disturbing. It's
Yes.
dark, and it's like, oh my God, it's like depressing even. It's like you know, it's funny watching it. There are two things that came away with it. One is that there's elements of so many elements of other horror franchises. I saw Amityville Horror in this, in a certain part. I saw Poltergeist in another part. Okay, I think you know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then I finally saw the most recent, which I still considered arguably to be the scariest movie of 2018, Hereditary. Yeah,
Yep,
I
saw that.
even thought of that too. You saw it too, right?
Yeah. Yep, I did.
Whoa, what is this? Where is this movie going? Now, the other thing I'm coming away with this is complete confusion. Not complete confusion. complete, just partly. Because what's happening, there's a lot of, how like series do like time jumps? They do a lot of time jumping in this series.
Yes. Yeah.
I've noticed that, Sylvia.
Yeah. But they do it well.
They do it well, but at first you have to start paying attention.
Well, yeah.
You wouldn't know when you are, not so much where you are.
That's a great point, because Denise and I were watching it, and I was like, wait a minute, who is that again? And I was like, okay, this is this person, this is that person, and this is what happened to this. But they, by the second episode, you really have it down pat, and you kind of need to, and I'm kind of waiting to, dive into the next few episodes.
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought up what you just did about it bringing up other things, because the haunting of wait a minute, what's it called again?
The Haunting of Hill House.
Oh, Hill House, that's it. Reminds me of so many other haunted house movies. For example, The Orphanage, or The Changeling with George C. Scott from back in 1980. And these are all very good movies, and we watch them today, and we try and take out the filter of today's mind's eye and say, okay, put me back in 1980 when this one came out, or The Others with Nicole Kidman, another great haunting, and put you back into that period. What I loved about this one is it's contemporary. It's got a lot of today's issues and problems that we can relate to because they're very modern, brought into this gothic horror story, because it's a haunted house that is definitely was not built, yesterday. This is a very old haunted house with big halls and 5 floors and skeleton keys to open up the doors. So it's got that old feel and a new feel because of newer problems that we can relate to very well, and they blended them in together seamlessly, at least for the first 2 episodes. And here's where I'm gonna, and you and I, we differ a little bit in that you love Hereditary a lot more than I do, because I loved it up to a point and then kind of fell off. Whereas in the first 2 episodes of this show, I didn't get that. And yes, I did see the Hereditary part. I could see that, and I could see parts of The Changeling, I could see The Orphanage, and so many other haunted house movies, Amityville Horror, Poltergeist, you brought all those up. But it didn't fall off for me, where Hereditary did. And I'm hoping that it doesn't fall off within the next 8 episodes of this whole season. I'm looking forward to seeing them.
It's haunting. It's so to speak. It's a haunting theme.
Yes.
But it's definitely scary, and it's disturbing, and the images are disturbing, and you get to see crazy stuff, and you wonder what's happening next. I'm looking forward to it. The second and final thing from that is something I started watching on Prime that's actually been out for a while, and I didn't know about it. Was this series called The Man in High Castle?
Oh yes.
Oh my God. I bugged out. I'm only on the first episode, and I'm already bought in.
I saw 1 episode of that as well.
For those of you out there who don't know what that is, that's it. It's on Amazon Prime, and it's about kind of like Handmaid's Tale in the sense of a dystopian kind of society.
But it's alternate history.
But it's alternate history. Like, what happened if Nazi Germany won the war? If Germany and Japan won World War II, what kind of a world would we be living in right now? And it shows the United States like one half is Nazi Germany, the other half belongs to Japan, and there's kind of like a neutral side in the middle, and the people in there going through their drama and craziness about it. And in that first episode, I bugged out because they find there's this film strip, and I'm not gonna say what's in it, but you know, for those of you who haven't seen it yet, but it left me wondering, what the heck am I watching? What am I watching? For those of you who saw the film, who saw the first episode, I'm like, is this an episode of, what is this, history or Star Trek? You know, am I going to see Spock with the beard? Well, I don't understand what's going on. So I bugged out. I really bugged out about it. So,
do you know where the stories come from, though?
It's from a novel.
Yeah, and you know who wrote it? Philip K. Dick. No, not Dr. Seuss. Philip K. Dick, who also wrote Minority Report, Blade Runner, the story that became Blade Runner, which was Do Sheep Drink, what was it? Do Sheep Dream of Electric Sheep, or something like that.
Do Sheep Drink what?
No, he didn't write that. And Total Recall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so this guy wrote a lot of prolific science fiction stories that became pretty good movies. Dark, weird, and if you read up the story of this guy, I mean, he ended up penniless and crazy.
It bugged me out. It bugged me out.
And the Man in the High Castle is part of that as well.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to continuing to watch that series to see what happens. I'll keep you guys posted.
It was called Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep. That was what became Blade Runner.
Oh, okay. It's just like this is what I wanted to ask you, and before we end the show. The Last Man on Earth with Vincent Price. Ralph had a question with that. Was that a book?
That was I Am Legend. That was the first adaptation of I Am Legend.
No, you asked if Silvio read the book last week.
Oh, I asked if he read the book.
That's what I'm asking him now. He's in person.
I thought you said I thought the question was that?
Are you asking the encyclopedia?
Yeah, I'm asking the encyclopedia. Did you read the book?
I did not read the book. I read enough about it. I did, but I know that The Last Man on Earth with Vincent Price was the first adaptation of that story on film. Another adaptation of it was The Omega Man with Charlton Heston in 1972. And of course, we know I Am Legend with Will Smith, which botched the ending, and they did a whole bunch of different things on there. But anyway, yes, the book is fantastic. It's a great read. I have not read it yet. I've read a lot of stories about it, information about it. So yeah, that's something that's on my list of things to read.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun. I didn't like I Am Legend with Will Smith. I preferred the Vincent Price one.
No,
that's just me. Just me.
No, but you're absolutely right. That's very good. And if you get a chance, watch The Omega Man with Charlton Heston.
No, that's the guy from Planet of the Apes. And
yes, that guy.
Oh, God.
The Ten Commandments.
The Ten Commandments.
I bring you these 15. Boy. 10 commandments.
No.
All right. So let's end the show here. I hope you guys had a great time watching us live. And also every Wednesday at 9 o'clock, you could join the conversation with us live on YouTube or at Twitter. Just hashtag WRMW Live, and your tweets will show up on live.
What are we going to talk about next week?
Right here.
What are we going to talk about next week?
We're going to talk about all Halloween.
Oh, right.
Halloween all day long.
Are we having spoilers?
Yes. We're going to have non-spoilers, spoilers, Easter eggs, everything you name it. We're going to have
Christmas trees, Easter eggs,
I'm going to have
jack-o'-lanterns, turkeys. Okay.
I'm going to have photos. I'm going to have everything that has to do with our topic. So I'm going to have exclusive photos if they have them from entertainment magazines. They have tons of that stuff, of all the clippings and everything. I'll have everything for you guys to watch it while we talk about it.
To our fans also, if they take pictures in front of the marquee, go and see Halloween, Twitter them to us. We'll post them for you while we're talking about it. Yep.
Yeah, just tweet it to Wide Range Media.
That would be great.
Absolutely. Let us know.
Yep. And we'll put it up while we're talking about it. You guys with the poster or the big cutout of Michael Myers, like that.
I'm taking a picture of myself in front of the movie theater, like.
Yeah. Anything has to do with Halloween. please take photos of it. You in a Michael Myers mask, send it to us. We'll put it up live on the show while we talk about it. We're gonna have fun. Most likely, some of you guys would dress up like Michael Myers or something for the hell of it. I'll get a jumpsuit. I don't even give a crap. I'll dress up.
I got my Shatner mask. Oh.
You got a William Shatner mask?
And a jumpsuit.
Oh, there you go. See if I can get a Michael Myers shirt for next week's episode. But other than that, let's end it like we always end it. Ralph, please. Strange Planet NYC.
Well, Strange Planet NYC is right here on YouTube. All you have to do is click above or type above Strange Planet NYC. You will find my channel where you'll see my reviews of movies and TV shows and other things that have to do with sci-fi and horror, especially horror and coffee, which is something I've been doing since 2011 with my buddy Vic. But I'm still carrying on the tradition. So check out the reviews. Also, being posted here soon in Wide Range Media is my a take regarding Michael Myers and Jason Voorhees. So keep on the lookout for that.
Yep. Silvio, About Men Radio.
Yeah, if you enjoy my musings here at Wide Range Media and want to read a little bit more of some of the things I say, some of the things that happen to me, and a couple of my friends from early on, go to aboutmenradio.com. Some good stories there, and we also have a podcast, aboutmenradio.com.
All right. Pablo, anything in your front?
No, just follow me on Twitter at PJ Rake. That's it.
All right, and anything Wide Range Media, please head over to widerangemediapodcast.com on news and updates on what we're going to be doing next week on the show. But again, if you guys are going to go see Halloween or want to take photos and posters, please send it at Wide Range Media on our Twitter account, and we'll take those pictures and put them up on our live stream next week. Other than that, guys, catch you later.
Take care, guys.
Later.